Back here at the EBA Super 64 camp, Lawrenceville, Georgia, just north of Atlanta. Team 10 versus Team 11 taking place here in the Underclass division. Appreciate you joining us here on SUVtv.
Here we go, Black.
That ball going to be kept in bounds there by number 193. She pulls the deep three and scores it. That's Keegan. No, correction, that's Mary Martha Turner there with that jumper. Makes it 3-0 here early on. Team 11 up 3-0. That shot goes off the window.
Get out, get back.
Bucket scored by number 19, Amaya Stovall. Stovall
Hey, pick it up.
out of the loop. Gets the steal and the layup. She makes it 4-3. 1 point advantage for Team 10, coming right back the other way. It's number 178, Bobby Wardwell. Wardwell makes it 5-4.
Good, hey, spacing. Hey, use it, downhill.
Setting things up, now they kick it out to number 22, the Killian Rankins. Rankins with the floater, no good initially. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. And it is going to stay with Team 11. Here's a three-point opportunity, no good. Stovall had the rebound temporarily. They're able to keep possession. Now they kick it over to Stovall. She'll try a three-pointer. Can't get that one to go, but another offensive rebound here for Team 11. Working along the baseline and drawing the foul. That's going to send number 175. Shay Whitfield to the line. Whitfield out of Columbia, South Carolina. 15 minutes, 30 seconds and counting left to play here in the first half. That free throw off the mark there. We'll take that as a mulligan.
Hey, come on,
Whitfield's got that one out of the way.
Catch up.
Sure, she'll make up for that like she always does here at the EBA camps. Pass to Stovall.
Hey,
Stovall.
bring it out.
Stovall trying to work there along the baseline. She'll be fouled on the floor. Good start so far for Stovall. She's got 4 points already. All 4 points for Team 10. That jumper's way short. Jayla Hemingway with the rebound. She's a player you want to keep your eye on. You hear the coaches yelling stop ball there from the sideline. Sounded like a good idea, but easier said than done. Hemingway goes coast to coast and finishes. Makes it 7-4. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Just over 12 minutes left to play here in the first half. We'll have some time for substitutions. As we look back, here's Jayla Hemingway. Told you she's a player to keep your eye on. You look at that size. On top of that, she's got some speed to go with it, coast to coast with the finish there. Big spark plug for her team. And there we see the three-pointer being knocked down. That was what got us started early on with the scoring. That was number 193 who knocked that one down, Mary Martha Turner. Scores 9-4. Good pass and kick. Three-pointers knocked down by number 90, Giselle Havitz.
Look up.
Havis drops it off. Stovall is fouled on the play. It's been a good start so far here for Stovall. As we look back earlier, you see her picking pockets, getting cookies, and gets the layup drill on the other end. Say it loud, I'm from the Lou and I'm proud. Stovall representing.
Look up! Look up!
9-9 is the score. We've had a very good pace here in this first half.
Hey, don't force that.
Looking to inbound the ball, they get it in the Stovall. Being patient, just under the 10-minute mark, we have the privilege of having Alexa Middleton join us here at the SUVtv webcast booth here at EBA Super 64. It's funny how things come full circle. We're used to being able to cover her on the court here in these types of events. Here she is as part of the coaching and training staff here. Alexa, how does it feel to be enjoying this event from the perspective that you do nowadays?
It feels good. It's great to be back here and see everybody. I definitely miss these days. It was always a fun time coming down to these camps, but now I get to look at it with a different view, trying to be more of a coach.
Yeah.
Brandon's been making me step out of my comfort zone, talk to the girls, coach them through things, so it's been a good experience down here so far.
Good to hear, and obviously when you look at the bevy of events that you've been able to be a part of as a McDonald's All-American, I'm sure people can remember, you had a very good McDonald's All-American game as well as a weekend up there. I believe you took home the three-point contest, correct?
Yes, sir, I did.
Took it home. We were able to all see and support you with that clip, but talk about with the bevy of events that you played with, where does the EBA Super 64 rank as far as what you've been able to take away from the series?
It's definitely been up there. Everybody here, Brandon, Kyle, they're just so knowledgeable of the game, and I'm always able, every time I come to one of these events, I was always able to learn so much, and I felt like I definitely elevated my game as a player down here.
Now, currently at the University of Tennessee after playing for Riverdale. They're in a hotbed for basketball there in Middle Tennessee. Played there for Coach Corey Barrett back there in those days. How's the transition been for you going for a great program in Riverdale and now for another great program there at University of Tennessee?
It's been good. It's been great. I love it up there. There's a lot of things you have to get used to coming in. First off, doing conditioning. That was definitely very difficult at times, but obviously they're doing it for the better, to get us better. The speed of the game is quicker, but playing with Riverdale, we always ran up and down the floor, so I felt like playing on that high level of a high school team helped me transition well into this level at Tennessee.
So having gotten that first year under your belt, how's your outlook on this upcoming season, both individually and team-wise?
I'm very excited. We're up here now. I drove down from Knoxville this weekend, so I'm up there at school now. We're doing team workouts. Well, not team workouts, but conditioning, weights, and then we'll have individual workouts. And everybody's really working hard. Diamond and Mercedes are gone with USA basketball this summer, so they won't be there, but I know they're working hard. So everybody's looking great, and everybody has a great mindset for next year. So we're going to build off of the things we did well last year and try to continue forward. So we're all looking forward to this year. It should be a good one.
Talk about a good one. That's a nice move there by number 174, Jada Stewart. And she makes it 11-13. And we'll definitely be looking forward to seeing Tennessee in the next basketball season period. I think when you look at certain programs, whether it be a Yankees in baseball, a lot of people say the same thing about the Lakers in basketball. Certain leagues or certain levels are always better when certain flagship programs are rolling full tilt. I think Tennessee definitely fits in that category.
Yes, sir.
So in terms of this camp, who have been some of the players or some of the dynamics that have really stood out to you here in Lawrenceville?
Well, okay, I don't know names that well, but there's Blair who played in a game earlier. She's tall.
Number 171, who you saw there in game 1.
Yes, she was doing well, playing on and off the ball, posting up, setting ball screens, popping out. I think she's over on the bench. Jalen, 180. She works with Christian, I know that. She's done well with the ball.
I believe number 186, Jayla Hemingway, a player we told you to keep your eye on throughout this game.
Pushing the ball down the floor, having a good tempo, making the defense on their heels. Just getting to the rim, doing a good job of that.
13-13. That jumper's off the mark. Going to be pushed the other way by number 16, Imani Lloyd. Now they kick it to the corner, three-pointer on the way. Can't get the shot to go. They play volleyball with it a couple times, and now number 177 pulls it out of there. That's November Morton. Pass inside, finished there by number 90, Giselle Havis. So between the games at Riverdale and a lot of the other events that you were able to participate in, one thing I would always notice about you in these sort of settings is how hard you would play the game. You would play every game just like there was a state championship on the line. How much of that do you feel is just, just something that was built into you versus something that you just developed over time? What was your mindset coming into events like this?
I mean, I guess I've always just been a very competitive person. I blame that mostly on having an older brother. So he helped build that in me. Everything I do, I feel like sometimes I can be over competitive. But yeah, I mean, some people like to say I'm undersized and I'm not quite as athletic as other people. So I feel like if I play as hard as I can, then that makes up for the lack of height or speed, things like that.
One thing, that mid-range jumper was one of the better ones we've had on SUVtv. Where we cover a lot of boys and girls basketball, and I say on both sides, you've had one of the better mid-ranges that we've seen here on the SUVtv archive.
Thank you. I worked a lot on that with my dad, now more so with Dean Lockwood up here at Knoxville.
A lot of people have different views on the mid-range shot. Some say that it's it's not a shot that's really worth taking because it's not a layup, and you don't get the 3 points that a three-pointer gets you. I'm not in that camp, but what are your thoughts when you hear those kind of dynamics, being said about the mid-range shot?
Right. I mean, a lot of people say it's a lost art in women's basketball. Not a lot of people want to take that shot. But if it's something that you're working on daily and consistently and you're good at, I say why not take it. So, as a defender, guarding someone who can take that shot, you're never ready. You don't know if they're going to take the three, if they're going to drive it all the way, if they're going to stop on a dime for that shot. So it adds more variety to your game, and it's definitely a shot that I feel like anybody should be able to knock down.
Number 172, Lauren Gross knocks down the three-pointer there on that last play, but it's Stovall again with another bucket. Number 19, Amaya Stovall, making it 23-18 there with that bucket. I totally agree on the mid-range, and what I like about it is that, how many times do you see a player or a guard, especially on the high school level, over-penetrate and either pick up a charge or really drive it, take it right into the arms of a defender.
Exactly.
You pull up with that mid-range, not only do you have a good chance of making it, but you're also in a pretty good position to be able to rebound the ball should you miss it. Able to get that rebound and weave through traffic. There was number 193, Mary Martha Turner. She passed it ahead. They're unable to get the shot to go. And it will go out of bounds. 18-23 is your score in favor of Team 11.
Take.
That's number 22. That's LaKillian Rankins. Now, you've had a lot of good teammates, whether it be at Riverdale, Tennessee Flight, and you're playing with some great ones there at the University of Tennessee. I want you to give me, if you can, give me your starting five as far as teammates that you've had and some of the superlatives that come along with it, whether it's been a point guard like a Crystal Dangerfield and what she can do, or some of the teammates that you have now. Give me the four that you want to roll with moving forward based off of what they bring to the table.
You saying up here at Tennessee now, or just
I'm saying
any
overall.
teammate? Okay.
I'm saying throughout the Rolodex of players you've been able to play with. Give me the four that you want to roll with 5-on-5 winner take all.
Okay, I would definitely go with my best friend, Shakobia Barbie. She's down at Georgia now. She had a injury to her leg, broke her leg this year, so she didn't get to finish out the year, but she's done extremely well down there, all SEC defensive team. She just works so hard all the time, and she's a great teammate to have. I love playing with her in high school. You could always count on her to get the shot off when we needed it. Taisha Petty was a great point guard at Riverdale. She was someone who, no matter what was going on off the court, when she got on the floor, she knew that we needed to win, and she would always do what we needed to do to win.
So we got Barbie, we got Petty.
Barbie, Petty, Nina Davis.
Okay.
Played with her Tennessee Flight one summer, and she's someone who works extremely hard at all times on the floor. She's done exceptionally well down there at Baylor. She's just someone who has a knack for finding the ball and being able to rebound and finish that shot. So I've been very happy for her success down in Baylor. I keep up with her, so we talk from time to time.
Yeah.
Let's see, fourth one would be I love playing with Sierra Burdick.
Okay.
So, she's a great teammate. She's always positive. Great basketball IQ. One of my good friends. She's just someone who is just a really good basketball player. She's athletic. She can run the floor. She can find you. She's always, looking for that no-look pass. So, she's fun to play with.
I know that's a tough question for you to answer. You play with so many good players.
Yes.
When you look at the programs you've had a chance to play with, and it's safe to say any first, second, or third teams for those selections, you still be in pretty good shape given the talent involved. Nice bucket there by Michaela Wallace. There, number 23. She's out of St. Louis, Missouri, Kirkwood High School. So a couple 3-1-4 representatives here in the building today. That's another one. Stovall can't get that shot to go. Rebounded there by number 172, Lauren Gross. What's been your overall assessment of these underclass players? A lot of times when you see certain events, you hear underclass, and there might be certain assumptions that go along with it as far as level of play and what you can expect. What's your grade on the report card as far as what you've seen here in this segment?
I think they have a good understanding of spacing out the floor and knowing where to be and who's going to be where. They find each other for the open shot. They push the ball well, really. They push the ball well in transition, and they have a good IQ, court vision, being able to find each other in the open court, being able to hit that transition layup. And I think that's big at the next level.
That's something that we've been able to see since the initial game started here for the underclass division. We take a look at the Prospect Nation TV instant replay. You see the in and out move. She gets another bucket. Show me State. Show her 7, she'll show you 8. That's been true here so far in this game. Having a great EBA Super 64 camp thus far. 22-29 is the score. Stovall tried to force that one in. Going to be ripped and taken the other way by number 178, Bobby Wardwell. All by herself. Easy layup drill there on the other end for number 92. That's Jayla Every. So with the SEC there up in Tennessee, have you been able to kind of get a taste of SEC football at all?
I have. I'd never really been to many big football games, so it's definitely a great atmosphere we have up in Knoxville, and it's always fun on Saturdays, those game days.
Well, hey, Alexa, we appreciate you joining us. I know you got to go and impart some of that insight to some of these campers here. Good luck at Tennessee moving forward.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Got my Prospects Nation TV colleague Chris Watkins joining me back on the mic. It was nice catching up there with Alexa Middleton. Chris, it's always great to see players that we're, in my case, broadcasting, in your case, chopping up film on and creating content for. See them going from being on the court to being on the sidelines, coaching and helping these players get better.
Yeah, definitely some pressure stepping back, on the microphone after an SEC guard. University of Tennessee, one of the most historic basketball programs on either the men's or the women's side, to step in after her. So I'm going to have to do my best and really step my game up here during the second half.
Well, look at it this way. At least you have to talk after her versus going out there and having to play after her. I'd say that's definitely the lesser of two evils.
Yeah. I haven't played in 4 years now, so I think I'm going to try to keep that streak going from now until forever.
22-36 is your score. Weaving through traffic and trying to finish on the other end. Mission accomplished there. That's number. Again, that's Giselle Havis. Havis out of Windermere, Florida. Having a good game in this one. Makes it 22-38. Nice move. Off on the shot, but she'll go to the line to shoot two. That's LaKillian Rankins. Take a look at our Prospects Nation TV instant replay. You see that. Able to keep her balance after weaving through two defenders, and the finish by Havis. Free throws no good. Number 193, Mary Martha Turner, able to keep that possession. Too strong on the layup. Mary Martha Turner active on the rebound again. Good hustle and a steal there by number 18, Shakayla Hankins. That three-pointer's off the mark. Rebound pulled down by number 272.
Jordan Isaacs. 272 Jordan Isaacs out of Dallas, Georgia.
Isaacs always a player that gets up and down with no problem. Nice take there, even though she missed the shot by Michaela Wallace. Got a little caught up there. And one. Score that one for number 24, Raven Patton. Out of Harvey, Louisiana. Talked about Isaacs running the floor. Case in point. She gets that easy deuce. Able to walk and step into that three-pointer. It's off the mark, though, for Rankins.
Really like Isaac so far. It's my first time really being able to sit down and watch her in this setting. My first opportunity to be able to broadcast her. Like her length, her ability to run up and down the floor. That's one of those things, right there you want her to run a little bit harder back, but, does some things on both the offensive and defensive end of the floor.
Great play there, coast to coast. Nifty move on the inside. LaKillian Rankins out of Mobile, Alabama. Shots off the mark. Rankin with the rebound. Isaacs changing shots left and right, and there she can't get the rebound. Swats at that one, no good. Blocks another one. Finally decides I'm done with it. Tries to snatch it out of there, but it's poked away. Isaacs being ferocious on the inside, but not ferocious enough as they've been able to keep it on their side of the floor.
I've noticed outside of Isaac's energy there, but a lot of the guards here in the younger age group, you know, when they're still trying to figure out, is that a pass I should try to make? And by the time they second guess themselves and then pass it, it's going to get deflected, it's going to get stolen. I mean, those are one of those things. If you think you should make it, you got to go ahead and make the pass. If you wait, then the pass is not going to be there. And that's something that they're going to be able to learn with age as they get older.
They call that study long, study wrong. At the free throw line there is Michaela Wallace. Wallace no good on the free throw. Isaacs with the offensive rebound, kicks it back out. That three-pointer off the mark. Now they'll get it ahead to Rankin. She's been the pick to click so far here over the past couple minutes. Really helped create this 14-point cushion. Now she'll try the three. Can't get it to go. Isaacs with the rebound. A little bit too much mustard there on that outlet pass to Wallace. Ball's going to be stripped away. Was picked up there by number 88, Lindsey Vaughn, who got the steal. So we're going to have a timeout. Let's check our Prospects Nation TV instant replay. Talked about Rankin. Here you see her. She's got one defender to beat. Oh, no problem on that. Other one's coming. She's already switched it over to the right and laid it in. That's a bucket of the and one variety. Great EBA Super 64 camp so far here for Rankin.
What you're able to do here is test yourself. You know, from players all over the country, from multiple different states. So many players are the best player in their area, in their region. And now you get to play on this national scale, because if your expectation is to play at the collegiate level, everybody at that level is the best player at their high school, best player in their region, all state.
And you got to appreciate this setting. You know, we talk with Alexa Middleton as we see Stovall continuing to run the floor and produce. Well, you look at a player like Middleton, he's at Tennessee, played for a great program in high school there at Riverdale. So knows what it is to be on the top tier. Never see her take a game lightly or a matchup lightly. Always looking to win everything she competes in. Very competitive, and it's that type of activity and intensity that you want from a player. If she can do it, you really want to be able to see anybody do it. And that's the type of element that shows here in this kind of event. Those that are able to put in that kind of work, and obviously you've got evaluators like Stephen Peck, Kyle Moore, Chris Hansen, Jonathan Hemingway in here taking notes, but the players that go hard in an empty gym with nobody around, no cameras, no notepads, those are the players that are able to produce when those sort of things are there in the background.
And we
Sorry, we got a little bit of blood on the floor, so making sure they get that taken care of. We'll take a look at a couple Prospects Nation TV instant replays. You can see the push here. Number 90, Giselle Havis has been. Here we see her get the pass up ahead, takes the dribble to balance herself, and gets the nice little reverse. Good game from Havis. Giselle Havis so far out of Windermere, Florida. And we're going to see the nice take. I believe that was Stovall again. Number 19, Amaya Stovall. Having a good EBA Super 64 camp. 4 minutes, 32 seconds left on the clock when we resume play. And you look at that, we talked about Alexa Middleton there from Middle Tennessee. And that's a great area for girls basketball. And then we're in Gwinnett County, which is also a good area, for girls basketball. When you look at some of the players that have come through the Gwinnett County area, Maya Moore, Diamond DeShields.
Yeah, Maya was kind of the original here out of Gwinnett. Kind kind of paved the way, you know, for girls basketball, I think, to really kind of jump-start out of Collins Hill, play for, you know, for coach there. And so that, then you have your Diamond Shields, then you have your Kayla Davises, you know, just from top to bottom. You know, recently Vicki Harris, you know, out of Parkview, but just number of players that are, you know, arguably year in and year out. You have a team out of Gwinnett that is one of the best teams in the nation, I think, every year.
Yeah, Wesleyan over there, Coach Azar, you know, continuously cranks out solid basketball players to the next level. So, you know, I think when you look at Wesleyan and Norcross right here in the Atlanta area, right off of Spalding Drive.
Across the street from each other.
Literally across the street. You can throw a basketball and hit each respective school from the other. And, of course, they're both located on Spalding Drive, which just happens to be ironic. Basketball based, but you look at what they've been able to do, not only on the girls' side, because obviously Coach Angie Hembry, who coached Maya Moore at Collins Hill, she's there on the girls' side at Norcross now. But, you know, the girls' side, then the boys' side with Norcross, they put in the NBA. It would be Jody Meeks, Jeremy Lamb, Al-Farouk Aminu, just to name a few. That is a basketball area when you look at Norcross Wesleyan and what those guys have contributed to the college level and the professional level.
Yeah, and you know, when you talk about everything kind of spearheads it, Meeks was that first one out of Norcross. You know, he was before Lamb. You know, he's before Aminu. It just kind of it builds that culture and just ongoing. You know, Coach McMillan has done a great job over there at Norcross on the men's side of following up from actual now current head coach Eddie Martin, who's at Buford. Yep. So just a tradition year in and year out.
Talk about Buford generating some momentum there. Bring in Coach Eddie Martin. Here they're working on a brand spanking new basketball facility as well. So good things ahead for the Wolves of Buford.
While we're on the broadcast watch, shouts out to my former college roommate, Wes Parker, who is a new assistant over there for Coach Eddie Martin. Really excited for what they're going to do over there, over the program there.
And it looks like we are ready to resume play. 4 minutes, 25 seconds and counting. 26-44 is your score. Or that one for number 174, that's Jada Stewart. Davis gets a little tripped up there, but is able to get rid of it. Stovall kicks it to her. That'll be a 2 if it goes. No good on the shot. Stovall trying to create another opportunity. It goes out of bounds. Great motor there from Stovall. Stovall out of Parkway North. There in the St. Louis area. St. Louis area has been represented well when they made the trip to Peach State basketball events, where there's been the Missouri Phenoms coming down and participating. As we see another bucket there for Jada Stewart. Or being able to have them here in these camps. We've got Lauren Miller and Alicia Sutton also representing Missouri here at today's event.
Just shows you the value of what they get here at our, Team EBA Ball Academy camps. Not only you get the skill development from Christian Simmons and Adrian Penland, then you get the broadcast here, from SUVtv. So just a great overall experience for so many of these players that get to come here. Right over 200 players here today.
We get to have some Missouri talent here in Georgia since St. Louis Cardinals took some of our Atlanta talent there with Jason Hayward playing for those guys as a Braves fan. Didn't like to see him go up there, but he's going to a great program. You haven't really seen true fans until you've seen St. Louis Cardinal fans, man. Dedicated fan base there.
Yeah, it's not really that way here in Atlanta. We all decided to jump on and off the bandwagon.
Yeah, some do. I can honestly say I grew up in Indiana, but I've been a Braves fan ever since I was about 10. Big Chipper Jones fan. I was a Braves fan back when Chipper had the High Sox there at third base. Back in Fulton County Stadium days.
Had many great nights there, weekends with my father there in the old Fulton County Stadium.
31-44. 2 minutes and counting. Left to play here in this one. Stovall at the free throw line. Speaking of stadiums, the Braves will have a new SunTrust ballpark that'll be ready in 2017. Moving away from the downtown area on the bright side. Looks like it'll be a pretty nice facility out there. Miss on the shot, number 175, Jashay Whitfield with the rebound. Ball was deflected, no backcourt violation there. Whitfield gets it over to Havis. Havis, no good on the three-pointer. We're approaching the final minute. Here in this one, we'll have 2 more camp games. Here for the underclass division on day 1. Stewart will try a 3. Stovall with another rebound. Kicks it over for the 3-point attempt. No good there for Jayla Everett. He's also out of St. Louis area. Pass ahead to Havis, who's been running the floor well all game. She gets an easy layup. A steal by Stovall. She's been all over the place. Still looks like she's just started the game. Great motor for Stovall. Final score, 31-46. That'll do it here for game 3. Be sure to stick with us. More coverage coming from EBA Super 64.